Welcome to Cliffhangers and Cocktails Podcast with my lovely co-host, Amy Sissel.
That's me.
And me, Shéa McLeod, USA Today best-selling authors of paranormal women's fiction, among other things. And as always, this podcast is brought to you by the Caftan Coven.
Hooray!
Yay!
Today we're going to be chatting about a super fun witch series and their equally super fun author, Isa Medina.
Yay!
We'll also be talking about the usual drinkies, witchy things, and, of course, general shenanigans.
Shenanigans. Do, 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 do.
Shenanigan.
Do, 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 do.
We could do that for like a half an hour.
Totally. And I could do it with many words. Shenanigans. I can't think of any others right now.
Okay, we'll come back. We'll have to workshop that many words
Phenomenon.
that Shéa just promised us.
The other one is phenomenon. I did not make that up. That was in a TV show where they did that to phenomenon instead of shenanigans, and it was delightful. And that's what we are, phenomenons, right?
And delightful.
And delightful.
We are
Absolutely.
delightful phenomena.
Absolutely.
As are all of you.
As are all of you, because you're here listening to us. But also, you are because you're you.
Yes, absolutely. So, Shéa, do you have an affirmation for us today?
Amy, you know I do. I would not leave us hanging without an affirmation. I was kind of looking for something that went along with the theme of the drink, and we'll talk more about that later. So I was looking for something that, like, invoked joy. I was searching the interweb, and I found this amazing quote by Janelle Marie. She wrote a post on Medium, and part of her post said, "Finding joy in the middle of struggle should be considered a superpower, especially now." That is, like, so true. Sometimes, people think that because I'm a generally positive person, I'm just ignoring what's going on and I'm not aware, and I should be miserable and depressed all the time. But who does that help? Right? So that's why I think it's important to keep my joy, even though, there's a lot of shit going down right now. So my affirmation is, when I'm grounded in gratitude, my life fills with joy. I am joy.
I love that so very much. And I know we talked about this a couple weeks ago on the pod, how in 2016 I'd done my hashtag 100 happy days on Instagram.
Yes.
And I thought maybe I would recreate that because that's my visual gratitude journal. And I'm not doing it every day, but since we did that recording, I have started doing that. So I'm putting maybe 5-ish posts up a week.
Nice.
With my hashtags, which is in Portuguese. It's where I live now. But
look at you,
I
so
have
fancy.
decided to. I know my hashtags are in Portuguese.
I love it.
It's really fancy. But it's been nice to be like, oh, I need to find something.
Yeah.
Today, because then I'm actively searching for it. And
something to be grateful for, or that makes you
and
happy.
Maybe it's just my dumb-looking cat doing a dumb-looking thing, but it does make me smile.
Or maybe it's just the fact that you're drinking a tasty drink.
I've done that one. I've had a couple of coffees on the balcony in the morning.
Nice. I stumbled across, I can't remember, I was reading a book or something. I don't even know. I think it might have been in this, when I was doing research for this whole joy business. But I stumbled across something. This woman was trying to change her mindset from thinking she always had bad luck to believing that good things happen to her. So she literally made in her notes on her phone, it said, "Good things always happen to me." And then that was the title. And then whenever something good happened to her, she'd put it in the notes. So if she was feeling down, she could review it.
Oh, I love this.
Yeah. And then throughout her days, she would be looking for the good things. And so it retrained her brain to search for good things, because our brains are trained to search for the negative and the bad. And I did a lot of work to retrain my brain, but it's always a work in progress. So I started doing that myself. And I get a little bit giddy anytime something good happens. And I'm like, ooh, here's something to put on my list, you know. So,
I hope you make that noise every time.
I do. I don't know that I always do out loud, but I definitely do it inside.
Well, that noise is going on my list.
Okay, excellent.
I'm gonna have to pull that noise clip from this recording so that I can always have that. And then when I open that on my iPhone, and that'll trigger this noise.
Like it could be.
I don't know how to do that.
I have no idea.
I'm gonna figure it out.
But it could be your text tone. You can make it your text tone. Every time you get a text, you get. Oh, huh. Yes. Anywho.
So, what was our affirmation again, Shéa?
Okay,
we're full of joy already.
We are already full of joy. And our drink today is totally non-alcoholic, or at least mine is.
Mine is too.
So yes. There we go. But when I'm grounded in gratitude, my life fills with joy. I am joy.
Oh, that makes me so happy. Which I guess is the point.
That is the point, yes. I just love it.
So what are we talking about today before we get to our author segment?
Well, our author, as you know, is Isa Medina. And she wrote a wonderful witchy series in which the main character runs a tea shop. So I thought it would be appropriate. She's also a witch. Did I say that? I don't remember. Anyway.
The main character is a witch who runs a tea shop. Her name is Hope.
And so I thought our topic today, it would be fun if we talked about don't spill the tea, drink it.
Shéa is so good at naming our topic headers, you guys. It's so fun. It makes me happy.
Sometimes they just come to me, and I just love them. Every day, millions of people around the world enjoy a cup of tea. The British, that's kind of their go-to, more than coffee, generally speaking. People in all parts of the world, a lot of people in India love to have their tea. I worked with Indians, and the best compliment I ever got was from my boss, and he told me I made tea the exact right way. I made the perfect cup of tea, which the way I make it is different, I think, than the British generally make it. I make it more
Well, yes, I think probably that would make it better. Sorry, British listeners. But my partner is really into tea, and I'm not. But I have opinions about it now that have nothing to do with me. So, but now I can't help it.
So I make it the way I guess they make it typically in India.
How do you make it?
I always put the milk in first with the tea bag and let the tea bag kind of steep in the cold milk, and the cold milk kind of warm up as I'm boiling the water, and then pour it in. Rather than steeping the tea I do both actually, but that's how I made tea in the UK, because our tea there that we were drinking was usually a black tea, and it maybe wasn't always the best quality of black tea. But there's something about, there's a few reasons for that, but and then I had the perfect ratio apparently of milk to tea. I don't know.
Well, I'm not sure I'm ready to be #Team Shéa, #milk first now.
Because, I don't know. But that was the way, and that was the way my boss did it, and he insisted that was the proper way. And so I was like, okay, sure. But I do find that it's not as it's not as astringent when you do, but you can really only do that with a good strong black tea, or I don't mean good by quality, but like a strong black tea. You can only really do it with that. You can't do it with herbal tea for obvious reasons.
I need to be very clear that all of my opinions on how tea is made have nothing to do, they're invalid. I don't drink much tea, and the tea, 99% of the time when I'm drinking tea, it's herbal tea.
Yeah, I mostly drink herbal tea.
Really like tea, I like peppermint tea or like sleepy time tea. Not the brand sleepy time tea. Tea that makes me sleepy that
Yes.
I drink at bedtime
Uh-huh.
that comes from the tea shop at the market. Not. I drink
um,
herbal tea is what I'm saying. I do
yeah,
not
I
drink black tea.
do often drink herbal tea, I mean, nowadays when I drink black tea, it's usually Paris tea from Harney and Sons
I do like the Paris tea. I don't have any
because it's
here.
delicious. And
It is
that one
lovely.
I actually don't put the milk in first for reasons. I
I
do
don't
put
put milk
honey
in my
in
tea.
with it.
I don't usually add anything to my tea.
I do with black tea because I basically treat black tea like it's coffee.
Maybe I'd
Any
like black tea more if I put milk and honey in it or something.
Probably.
And I will go ask my partner if I can have some of his tea with milk in it, and we'll see what he says. I'll tell him I'm gonna put the milk in.
And watch him
I'm
freak
about to
out.
get like, well, so it's fun because he can totally hear me recording in here. He
Yeah.
doesn't always pay attention, but he might because I said my partner several times and I'm clearly talking about tea. And sometimes I get messages mid
Mm.
recording. So maybe
Mm-hmm.
I'll get a message that milk first tea with his expensive black tea is not what we're going to be doing.
Well, see,
Oh no.
I don't usually do it with Harney and Sons because it is such a high quality tea and it doesn't have that acidicness to it in my this is in my professional opinion of someone who mostly drinks coffee. No, but I do love tea. I just don't drink it as much and it's usually herbal. But bygones.
So we should talk about tea
So
instead of like pissing off everybody who drinks
everybody
tea.
who drinks tea. These are our humble opinions, and of course we're right, but you're also right because you do you, boo.
Right, exactly.
So, but anywho, tea can serve a larger purpose than just starting your day. Just adding a bit of caffeine, or if you drink herbal tea, just getting you going in the morning. It can also add calm. It can add a little bit of happiness. It's super witchy. I would say both kitchen witchy and green witchy. It has a lot of magical energy. It can be used to create daily intentions and to bring a touch of spell casting magic to your routine.
So every time we've talked about cocktails and the energy that comes in some cocktails and some garnishes, a lot of that stuff you're going to find in teas when we talk, or
Yes.
when we've talked during our Sabbath episodes where we've talked about the herbs and everything that can be very powerful at that point in time. A lot of those you're going to find in tea.
Right.
Especially, I mean, not especially herbal teas, but a lot of herbal teas, especially for me, is where I'm finding them.
Yeah. And there are some flavored black teas, particularly like the higher quality ones that use more than just flavorings, that use actual pieces of, plants along with their tea, will have some of those properties as well. Teas themselves, the tea itself, without any flavorings, any herbs, the tea itself actually carries energy. So we'll start with black tea because that's probably the most common thing that people know besides maybe herbal tea. So when tea leaves are picked, before they get to you as tea that's to be drunk, they ferment them and oxidize them, and they turn from being green to being these little bits of black that are in these little tea bags, or maybe they're loose.
And this is the process that makes the tea that you're drinking, because tea itself, like there's only like one or two kinds.
Yeah.
And it just depends on where it's grown, like the terroir, like with wine, and then
Yeah.
how it's prepared.
Right.
I think.
I think you're right. I didn't go in that direction.
Listen,
but
I'll fact check myself before I publish this.
But black tea is the most fermented and oxidized of the teas. So it's had like the most sort of processing, I guess. And I don't mean processing as, it's, had all these, it's been through all these machines. No, it's just the natural process of tea that they put it through. It's associated with protection, courage, strength, and clearing away negative energy, which might be why the British are so obsessed with it and constantly trying, like, tea solves everything. And I could see where, but it's that energy of that tea of, you had a hard day, have a cup of tea.
Colonized a couple countries, have a cup of tea.
A cup of tea, yes. But many spiritual practices, and I thought this was interesting, use this dark, robust tea to build a shield, like a, energetic shield against harm. They use it to break curses and to ground the mind, like particularly before doing, rituals or things like that. And I just thought that was interesting because I guess I hadn't really thought about the fact that someone would use tea as a part of their spiritual practice, other than the usual witchcraft spellcraft.
And yeah. I'm really excited that we're talking about this, just because it's not something I know very much about.
Yeah, I didn't.
I'm wondering if part of it, because black teas are very tannic.
They are.
Like, the reason why things are tannic in nature is to protect against being eaten or foraged by wild animals. Yeah. So I wonder if some of that tannic energy, like in wine and tea and other things that are very tannic, that if that is how that protection energy comes through.
Interesting. That's food for thought. I don't know what science says about that, but it kind of makes sense to me.
Really science says tannins are there for the protection of the plants.
So, that would be where protection energy would come from, I would think.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. Green tea is after the leaves are picked. It's the same tea. Green tea is the same tea as black tea. The exact same tea. But it's picked, they steam it a little bit, but they don't ferment it, which means it maintains its green color, its natural green color. And so green tea has both mystical and scientific properties. Well, black tea does too, but we like science. So for science.
Yay, science.
Yay, science. In folklore and witchcraft, green tea is linked to the element of fire and the sun, and used in spells for healing, prosperity, and cleansing. In science, its rich antioxidant content works wonders for your brain, heart, and metabolism.
Yeah, maybe I should be drinking some green tea.
There's a lot of good scientific research about how it helps your heart, it helps your brain, it helps prevent cancer. There's just all kinds of great stuff about green tea. And green tea can taste really, really awful or really, really delightful, depending on...
I think that's true of most things.
That's true, but green tea for me personally is especially that way. I love Harney and Sons have a green tea that has a couple flavors with it, so it's like a slightly flavored green tea, and it's delicious. And of course, green tea needs to be steeped at a slightly cooler level than black tea. Otherwise, it doesn't taste very nice. White tea.
I like white tea.
I do like white tea. I've only had it a couple of times because I did buy a white tea and it was not a good one. So I need to find a better white tea. But it is a little harder to find. But there's a couple of ways that it's, I guess, processed. Either the tea leaves are plucked as immature leaves and steamed, or the leaves have not been processed at all. And there doesn't seem to be like a total, like 100% consensus across cultures, unlike with green and black tea. So different areas kind of process it differently. But again, it is the same tea, but it's generally just immature. It isn't fully grown. So white tea is known for its pure, delicate energy and is heavily associated with cleansing, protection, and spiritual clarity. Because it's minimally processed, it's believed to retain the earth's natural, uncorrupted magic. It is commonly used in rituals to wash away negative energy, protect the aura, and promote deep mental peace. And also,
Now, all of these teas.
Yeah.
Oh, go ahead.
Oh, the other thing I would note is now, if you're sensitive to caffeine, you do need to be careful. In my research, what I have found is that the more processed the tea is, the more caffeine it has. So, like, green tea has significantly less caffeine generally than black tea, and white tea has even less caffeine. So, but they all have caffeine unless they've been decaffeinated.
And that's what I was going to say too, is all of these teas are caffeinated teas
Oh, yeah.
unless it's specified otherwise.
You're right.
We were on the same page there.
Oh, yeah, same page. Haha, reading each other's brains.
That's not even in the notes.
It's not. So I was looking at the white tea, and it's like got very little caffeine in it, generally speaking. But again, if you're really sensitive to caffeine, even that little amount could be problematic. So bear that in mind. So now, and then we come to what we refer to as herbal teas, but are probably, I mean, they're probably more accurately herbal infusions.
Or tisanes.
Or tisanes, yeah. But herbal tea. So obviously the magical properties of herbal tea depend on what herbs or fruits or whatever that are used. Because you can add, any of those really to any tea to flavor and focus magic. So like you can add lavender to black tea if you want calm. You can add citrus zest to black tea if you want that bright energy. But herbal teas are going to have no caffeine because herbs don't have caffeine. This tea seems to be the most popular for witches. We do love an herbal tea because it's composed of dry, unprocessed herbs, seeds, fruits, or roots. Has no caffeine as long as the herb doesn't. And you can mix and match to create whatever you want for the properties of your tea. But you can also, when you get the teas from the grocery store or whatever, those are still natural herbs. So you can still
do what you want with them.
Yeah. You pick up a chamomile and mix it with a mint, or I don't know, whatever. Or you just drink the sleepy tea and you focus on, good dreams and protection while you sleep and calmness,
And if you know what you're doing, you can bypass buying the tea.
Mm-hmm.
And buy the dried herbs and
Yeah.
steep them in for a loose leaf tea. Just get a steeper that you would use for loose leaf tea and make your own blend and do some experimentation and tell us all about it, because
Yes.
I'm too involved with doing liquor stuff right now for my experimentation. I do not have time to branch into
tea as well.
Don't have time for that. But I want to know about everyone else doing it.
I admit I buy my teas. I don't mix them. I haven't really gotten into mixing teas yet because again, I'm all about the liquor right now. So it's I just don't have time. I will say my favorite teas. So my favorite tea, black tea, is Harney and Sons Paris tea, like I mentioned, which is black tea with vanilla, caramel, and bergamot.
It's so good.
It is so good. And then my favorite, I have two favorite herbal teas. One is Bengal spice, which is cinnamon, ginger, cardamom, cloves, and vanilla. And it's delicious. It's got that warm spiciness, and it's great for manifesting. It's also great for protection. I'm sure there's more, but those are the things off the top of my head. And then Subtle, Suttle, tea. It's mojito.
Oh my god, that's hilarious.
Isn't that cute? Subtle tea.
I love punny tea names, y'all.
They're in, I think, Sisters, Oregon.
Cool.
I think that's where they're located. They are a renewable blah 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 whatever.
Okay.
They're into renewable, sustainable farming. Yes. Okay.
Sustainable.
Yes, and they get their teas from if you go on their website, they actually show some of their farmers in other countries and stuff. It's really awesome.
We'll drop the link in the show notes.
Yes. So again, they have this tea called Mojito Mint. My friend Christine. Hi, Christine. I know she listens to this.
Christine.
She
I don't know Christine. But
she's delightful. You'd like her. She got me this. She gave me this Mojito Mint herbal tea, and she gave me actually a couple of their teas. But I really love this one. It's got coconut, peppermint, lemongrass, spearmint, lime, and ginger. And it is so good, y'all. It does taste like a freaking mojito, but it's tea. So much magic. So, Amy, what are your favorite teas?
I will share my favorite tea. Well, okay. So, before I moved to Portugal, the teas that I had on my counter were the Harney & Sons Paris tea. Mm-hmm. I also had a black tea with cinnamon. It was caffeinated, but very cinnamon forward. And I really liked that, especially if I was feeling like a little stuffy in my head. It was very, very good for that. Yeah. But now the only tea I really drink are the herbal teas. Mm-hmm. So I have, and I buy them at the Bouillon market, and I don't honestly know what's in them. So I just have the names of them. But I have a mint tea that's peppermint, and it's got a little bit of rosemary and rosebuds in it. Ooh. And I like that. It's a very, very subtle rose flavor because I don't like very floral flavors. Right. But it's really nice. And then I have one that it's called like Dreamtime or Relax or Chill Out for the Love of Pete. I don't remember. And I don't, you know what? I don't know what's in it, but I'll find out and put it in the show notes.
Interesting. Yeah.
And it is super good.
All right.
And I like to drink that when I am trying to chill out, to relax my brain and go to bed.
Yeah, totally. Nice. Oh, there's one that I drink. If you have stomach issues, it's a yogi's stomach ease. And it's got I don't like the flavor of black licorice. And this does have fennel seed in it, but I can't really taste it. But it's got other things like ginger, but I find that drinking that really does help. I drink it after a meal a lot of times, and it helps with digestion and
sounds like it's like a digestif.
Kind of, yeah.
Bitters.
Totally. Absolutely. And ginger tea, just straight up ginger tea, if you're having a bit of nausea or a bit of flatulence,
or if you're pregnant,
it really helps subtle things. So anywho,
speaking of beverages,
speaking of, we asked Isa what her favorite cocktail or mocktail is, and what did she say?
Well, she said that she loves herself a Shirley Temple.
And I'm with her on that.
I have never had a Shirley Temple before until tonight, and
I'm stunned.
Pomegranates are not quite in season yet here.
Yeah.
So I have been struggling to find pomegranate juice, but I finally found some, and honestly, it seems more almost like a shrub than juice. And if you want to know more about shrubs, please tune in a couple of weeks when we talk about shrubs on this here pod.
Indeed.
But it's more fermented, it's funkier tasting. And I used it to make my syrup, and I have 7-Up, and I dropped my garnish stick into my glass a little bit ago. I do have my cherries.
Neato.
Cherries in there. So it's not as bright and pretty as Shéa's.
Mine is quite, well, you can't
mine
see
was
it.
Quite dark.
Because I've sucked mine right down. But yeah, mine was pretty dark red. Well, I had made my own grenadine a while back for one of our other drinks. And I used, of course, the concentrated pomegranate juice to make it so it's quite dark. It's much darker than the grenadine that you would probably, buy at the... Well, it's definitely darker than...
Not that I would buy.
Well, that most people in the U.S. would buy at the store. As particularly, a lot of places you see, they have that really, really bright sort of hot pink color.
Pink almost, yeah, right?
Yeah. And it's actually, I'm not sure pomegranate has ever seen that one.
It may be here, over there's a pomegranate.
Wave.
Look upon it.
I'm not sure, but and then if you get like, you can of course buy more natural grenadines, and again they tend to be a little bit lighter, and they tend to be quite expensive. So I just got the 100% concentrated pomegranate juice, and I made my own. So I had just a little bit left in the bottle, like just enough to make one drink. So normally you'd use like a ginger ale or like a lemon lime soda, like 7-Up or something. My grenadine was pretty sweet, so I thought that that would just be a little too sweet. So actually what I had was, and I've made it with, I made it with ginger ale the other day and it was delicious, but I just made it with sparkling lemon lime water.
Ooh.
Yeah, just, one of those water brands.
7-Up.
I
found some.
Turned out
great.
great.
Ginger ale. Found 7-Up.
Awesome. Well, there you go. So depending on how, and I do like things sweet, but my grenadine is very sweet. So, yeah. And
I suspect that if this pomegranate juice had been more like your pomegranate juice, that this would be too sweet. But I think the funk, I think it's been some kind of fermentation process. And I think the funk of it is keeping it from being overwhelmingly sweet.
Yeah, that's probably true. I mean, there's a reason that kids love Shirley Temples, because they're really, really sweet.
I'll have to go make my daughter one and see if she likes it.
But yeah, so that's what we're drinking today. It's tasty. It has no booze, although we were talking about various alcoholic versions, because I also have here a pomegranate liqueur that I bought for a cocktail class I was taking. And I was like, this might be really, really good in an adult Shirley Temple, or as my partner likes to call it, a Shirley Temple Black, because that's what she was known as an adult. But I haven't done that yet, so I'll have to report back if I do.
I'm very interested in this. Also, as soon as pomegranates are reliably in season again, I am going to make so much pomegranate liqueur, because I love pomegranate. I love pomegranate liqueur. Yeah. I can't find it here.
Yeah.
And obviously finding juice here has been difficult. So I'm just going to make a ton of pomegranate liqueur. Yeah. And I'm going to need a whole new house just for my liqueur. And my other booze. But that's what I'm going to do.
Totally. So if you've never made a Shirley Temple before, it's basically 1 cup of ginger ale or lemon lime soda, or if you're like me, sparkling lemon lime flavored water, 2 to 4 tablespoons of grenadine, that's 1 to 2 ounces, maraschino cherries for serving, and then I guess some people garnish with a lime wedge. I don't think I've ever seen that, and I didn't bother. Just
I didn't do the lime either.
Yeah, it was just the maraschino cherries are enough. Fill a tall glass with ice, pour soda over the ice, and then stir the grenadine gently, and then top with cherries. I did 3.
As many as you want.
As many as you want. I had a friend one time, she made one, and I swear to God, she put most of the jar.
I have 3.
I also have 3, yeah. But she had like a handful of maraschino cherries. Like, what? I like cherries.
I have a confession about my cherries.
Oh.
I don't have maraschino cherries. But a while ago, I made cherry liqueur. And then with the cherries that I used to make the liqueur, I saved those and saved them in a little bit of cherry syrup. So I have these cherries in my fridge. And they do not embody the spirit of a mocktail. But they do embody the spirit of joy. Which is one of the things.
That's what's important.
So good. Because this drink is all about joy and cleansing and manifestation. And
absolutely.
I'm manifesting more of these cherries in my mouth here in a second.
Well, I have maraschino cherries here. We usually get a brand that's imported from Italy, but with the tariffs and whatnot, they become increasingly expensive. So we decided to try a local maraschino cherry. I think it's from Washington or something. or maybe California. I don't know. Anyway, but they're not those hot pink maraschino cherries. These are, I can see the joy on your face. These are like made from a dark cherry, like a Bing or something like that. And they are freaking tasty.
So much liquor.
Basically, as we said, the energy of this drink is joy. Now harking back to our affirmation, cleansing and manifestation. Pomegranate energy, as we've talked about before, is fertility, abundance, rebirth, and protection. Cherry energy, which we've also talked before, but in modern culture, they evoke like this carefree sun of Shirley temples or ice cream sundaes, while in witchcraft, they represent love, passion, and the balancing act between sweet and sour emotions. And I kind of love that whole, like, with modern culture, how they've become that. We've put that as a people as a whole, our human energy has put that sort of magical energy into the cherry, because for us, they represent all of that joy.
Well, I mean, the cherry on top means that just extra burst of joy on something good.
Yeah, exactly. And that's something that we as human beings infused. It's our energy infused into that fruit. And I love that. Because as we all know, I'm all about community and connection and all of that good matriarchal stuff. I've never mentioned this before, have I?
She hasn't. I am shocked. I thought I was the only one who was into that stuff on this podcast, because Shéa has never said a damn thing.
Nope. Not once. Lemon lime soda energy. So in witchcraft, lemon lime soda is generally not a traditional magical ingredient in and of itself, but rather it's more, a modern convenience component. So, but the magical properties come from the specific lemon and lime juices it contains. And of course, whatever intent you, the witch, puts into it.
Well, and the soda is like effervescent.
Yeah, and it's also that
before about how bubbly drinks just add that little burst of joy. They're like an exclamation point.
Exactly.
On whatever you're drinking, whether it's champagne or 7-Up.
Yeah, exactly. And then, of course, and if you do, like, you might just come up with, like, a lemon or one or the other, lemon, of course, is cleansing, longevity, happiness, rejuvenation. Lime is purification, healing, love, joy, and relieving grief. Now, if you go with a ginger ale, the energy is a little different. It's strength, passion, and manifestation, and warding off negative energies. So there you go. You can even tweak your Shirley Temple energy to match what you're going for.
Well, and I saw a couple places say that you could do halvesies with the ginger ale and the lemon lime.
Yeah, I saw that too,
and you could just get the whole thing.
Yeah, I'm guessing that's because when I made it with ginger ale, because even though ginger ale is sweet, it tends to not be as sweet as the lemon lime sodas often are, and so I don't know if that, and plus there's that little spice from the ginger, that heat. So I don't know if that, I would imagine that would kind of cut some of the sweetness from the 7-Up. Now that we've been talking about her favorite drink, shall we talk about Isa?
Let's do it.
So Isa Medina couldn't be with us today. I was going to say in person. I mean on the Zoom.
She is here in spirit.
She absolutely is.
We sent her our list of standard author questions, and she sent us back all of the answers. So today, we're going to do role play.
Ooh.
And I will be playing the part of Isa Medina.
And I'll be playing the part of both Shéa McLeod and Amy Sissel. But first,
I will occasionally be Amy Sissel as well when I have other comments. Now I am Isa. How would Isa will wear her crown like this? And now I am aiming.
Would you like to read?
Like with my luck, it'll fall off.
Oh yeah, right in the middle of everything. Would you like to read Isa's bio?
I would love to.
Okay.
Isa Medina loves writing and reading fantasy and urban fantasy books, playing role-playing games, and scouring the internet for pet pictures and beautiful art. If it has fae, ghosts, vampires, demons, mythical creatures, or magic in it, she's all in. And I have to say that when Shéa and I were talking about some of our favorite urban fantasy books that we'd read recently, and this was probably a year ago at this point.
At least, yeah.
We were both, at that moment in time, a little obsessed with Isa's Good Bad Witch series.
Yes. Oh my gosh, it's so good, y'all.
Super excited to be able to talk about this with Isa's words coming out.
Exactly. So I love that she likes role-playing games, because that's what we're going to do right now with with Isa's words. So
wait. I know.
Okay. So
when I hold this up here, it's a little pink ghost with a witch hat.
I love it. So
now,
cute.
I'm Isa.
Okay. Well, Isa, do you have a favorite cocktail or mocktail?
Shirley Temple, because sometimes simple is just the best.
Excellent. So tell us about your author journey. Like, when did you begin writing? What genres you write in? How many books have you published? Do you have multiple series? All that good stuff.
As many authors, I started as a kid. I would write stories with my own characters in a world vaguely and not so vaguely based on whatever book or movie or show had captured my attention at the time. I must admit, there was a lot of self-insert going on. Fast forward many years, and now I write urban fantasy and contemporary fantasy, which are two genres that I've always owned my heart. Modern life and magic? Sign me right up. Currently, I'm working on my 17th book, counting novellas, in what will be my 4th series. I still can't believe I've published so many books. I'm not the fastest of writers, so stopping and counting the actual number sometimes shocks me. I'm now Amy. Because I want to say that, like, 17 books is so many, and everybody writes at different speeds, and that is freaking amazing.
That's awesome.
But also writing stories with self-insert. My first fantasy book that I ever wrote was basically fan fiction before I knew what fan fiction was of the Madeleine L'Engle book, Many Waters, which is probably the least known one in the Wrinkle in Time series.
And yet it's my favorite.
Okay, good.
Yeah, I love it. It's my favorite. Yeah.
I can't tell you guys what it was about.
It's basically more or less about
what my fan fiction.
What your fan fiction was about. Yeah.
But it is about the twins, Sandy and Dennis, who are the ordinary ones. And they go back to Noah's Ark.
Yeah.
But I'm not going to tell you what my fanfic was about, but I can tell you I was about 15 when I wrote it. So the same age my daughter is now.
My first...
It was a love triangle.
Ooh.
It was a white shoe.
Between you and the twins?
I know.
That sounds like something
you guys, if you could see my face right now, I'm so embarrassed. I can't believe I admitted that in public. I might cut this out.
I did so I was a little younger than 15. I was probably 12 or 13, maybe? Probably 13. And I wrote a novel. It was more like a short story, which was a total fanfic of the Swiss Family Robinson, but like total self-insert. And I can tell you to this day it was called Paul and I Are Pirates. And like, because
this is amazing.
Because of course the boy that was like with me in this Swiss Family Robinson was like based on my crush, whose name at the time was Paul. Well, I'm assuming his name is still Paul, but
we don't know though.
We don't know. I have no idea.
Let us know, Paul.
I don't even honestly remember like what his last name was or what he even looked like. Like, this was so long ago. But yeah, I even drew the cover like with palm trees and like these really awful like
Before my
yeah.
Langle fanfic, I was strictly in literary fiction land with all of my novels, which again were probably closer to short stories. Literary fiction. I was writing the next great American novel at the age of
Oh.
11.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. I did about that age. Maybe yeah, probably about that age, 11. I was doing like sort of my version of Nancy Drew and Hardy Boys, but like
Ooh,
short stories. Yeah. I remember one involved a cave.
a cave of wonders.
Is.
Oh,
No,
no.
I think it was just I think we just went I don't know. I
Regular
don't
cave.
just a regular old cave, yeah. Somebody got trapped in a cave, I think.
Oh,
But
no.
but the one that I really remember that was really my first proper fan fiction story was Paul and I Are Pirates, which was Family Robinson fan.
I am excited about Paul and I Were Pirates, and I hope you still have it somewhere so that
I
you can share it with me and all of our listeners. I do
it's
not have
so bad.
mine,
I
unfortunately.
actually do because apparently my mother saved it and re-gifted it to me many years later. And fortunately, by then, I realized what a treasure I had, and I kept it. So it is. I.
I'm happy that I didn't because I don't want to see the awkward sex scenes that I wrote.
Oh, I didn't write sex scenes.
Well, you said you were younger than 15.
Yeah, I was. Yeah, I was younger than 15. I'm not even sure I would have written sex scenes at 15, but maybe. I don't know.
Well, I mean, they weren't good and they weren't explicit.
Right. They just. They went
But I
behind
read
a
a lot of
rock and
books
they did
to
it.
draw from. We're
Oh,
ignoring Isa.
we totally went off
Oh
the
my
rails.
God.
Okay, sorry, Isa. Okay, Isa, we're talking about the Good Bad Witch series, or Good Bad Magic, or I think it's called Good Bad Magic is the series, and the first book is Good Bad Witch.
Yes, that
So
is correct.
tell us more about.
I would know that without looking.
Tell us more about it. What inspired the story? What should we know about the setting and the main characters and the side characters? And should we read it in order? Let's talk about that.
All right. Well, I'm going to monologue for a few paragraphs.
Okay.
So if you have any
awesome.
questions, Shéa,
Oh.
please feel free to interrupt.
Sure.
Ask me.
Okay.
All right. Well, I love an underdog, especially an underdog with little magical power in a world where being super magical is the best. So I wanted to write about a witch who isn't very powerful magically speaking, but who is full of optimism. As Hope says, that's my main character, optimism always wins the day.
Huzzah!
Says, okay, I'm Amy.
Uh-huh.
Amy says, I love Hope because she is so frickin' cheerful.
She really
and
is.
it's such a delight.
She
Anyways.
really is. Yeah, she is. You're
On
like
Isa
this.
again.
This,
Oh, wait.
this. She's always like. It doesn't matter. She gets knocked down, but she gets up again.
Oh
We're
my
never
god,
gonna
she's
keep her down.
Chumbawamba.
She is Chumbawamba. Absolutely. So
Yes.
and then so okay. So her optimism wins the day, and what else?
I also wanted to write, excuse me, I misspoke. I also wanted to create an amazing found family to surround her. Found family is one of my favorite tropes. It's one of my favorite tropes too, says Amy.
And mine, says Shéa.
You don't have to do a silly voice.
Oh, right. I mean.
It is one of my favorite tropes to write and read, and I love adding quirky characters and seeing them all interact with each other. For the Good Bad Magic world, I decided to set Hope's story in a sort of discount New Orleans style town. Old, haunted, and full of tourists.
I have
And you guys, that is
that's a
Amy,
perfect
and that's a
description.
perfect way to describe
I know. It totally is a discount, like a knockoff New Orleans. Like it's
so perfect.
It's so perfect.
It's exactly right. That's the exact vibe.
That's the exact vibe, and it's perfect. It just suits the story so well. It suits the characters so well. It's like so much fun. I think it's one of the more fun town personalities that I've read. Like
Yes, absolutely. As for Hope specifically, I
You're
just
Isa
had
again.
to give her a witchy tea shot. I had
Yes.
never written one before, and I wanted to try it out, and I'm so glad I did. The tea cauldron and all its inhabitants have become a favorite in my heart, and I think the readers too. And then there's Drew, Hope's
Hmm.
BFF, and a much needed dose of realism to Hope's unbridled enthusiasm. Ian, Hope's love interest, the hunky shifter Grump.
Yum yum.
Ian is kind of a hunky
He
shifter
is
Grump.
a yeah.
I
He
love
is a
him too. Oh,
yeah
that was Amy. Aside. I
yeah.
do need to work on my voices. Bagley, who is an absolute favorite among my readers and currently haunts the shop with her old crone cackling.
I love Bagley.
He's ridiculous,
She's
says Amy.
ridiculous.
Shane and Alex, two young shifters who have formed their own little pack with Ian. Writing the banter between all these conflicting personalities was the best thing ever. And y'all, Issa did a great job with this.
She did.
Everyone's personalities just really shines through. Her character
Yes.
development is fabulous, but I have to say, Bagley,
Uh-huh.
the shop haunting ghost crone witch person
Mm-hmm.
is dead. Obviously, she's haunting. That's
Right.
usually a
Mm-hmm.
precursor. But she's evil.
She
But
is.
also, everyone loves her.
Yes.
I love her.
I love her. I mean, she's so evil, but like
She's very evil.
hilariously evil. I mean, she's very evil, and she's a delight. I don't know how else
Such a
to
delight. As for the books themselves, anyone new to the series should definitely start from book one. Although you can technically jump in and read them at any point, I always try to reintroduce the characters in every book. You'll definitely get the full enjoyment if you start from the first book.
I agree. And this, I mean, she does have basically sort of, it's like kind of a mystery sort of a thing or a plot in each one that is resolved by the end of the book. But there's kind of an overarching thing going on. And definitely the whole character interactions and the growth of their relationships.
Yeah, I wouldn't start anywhere else. Definitely go to the beginning on this
Same.
one, for sure.
Yeah, for sure. So, Isa, what inspired you to write paranormal books?
Well, I've always been a fan of the genre, but specifically Helen Harper's Lazy Witch series. Aside from Amy, I love it too. This series was a huge influence for me when I decided to write in it. The series was so much fun, and I wanted to write a similar fun book, which resulted in my magical artifact series. I then tried a slightly more mainstream type urban fantasy with Red Angel, but quickly realized that what my readers enjoy is the unapologetic fun shenanigans that can be found in my books.
Shenanigans! Sorry. I had to.
Fair, I get it. We love a shenan over here at the pod. But that's how Good Bad Magic was born.
Yeah.
Was the love of fun and shenanigans.
Absolutely. I love it because here's the thing. When Amy told me about this series and told me I had to read it, and I was like, I do enjoy urban fantasy. There was a point in time where that's all I read for a long time. I thought it was an urban fantasy book, and I was really in the mood for something much lighter and brighter. And, I didn't want world-ending anything. And she's like, no, trust me. And so I was not prepared for the level of shenanigans, honestly. And
But it's so fun.
I mean, it's such a fun series, and it has a lot of elements of urban fantasy, but it's very, very the vibe is very cozy. There's not really, I don't think there's any world-ending anything. It's like all very like low stakes as far as
Yes, I would agree that it's not like reading one of my books where the apocalypse is imminent. You just know that if you're reading an Amy Sissa book, the world might end at any point because that's what Amy Sissa likes.
Yes, and there's nothing wrong with that. Sometimes Shéa McLeod likes that as well. But I was just in a cozy mood I go through stages of what and so I wasn't sure, and then I dove in and I just binged the whole series so fast.
Samesies.
It was so good. What is the most interesting or unusual research you've done for a book you're writing, Isa?
researching magical properties of crystals and herbs for Good Bad Magic series, as well as more information about Wicca and spells.
Awesome. So, Isa, what are your plans for this year? How many books do you plan on releasing? And will there be more from this series of the Good Bad Magic?
I'm currently working on a spin-off series for Good Bad Magic set in the same town.
Oh, I'm excited.
The protagonist is Derek Hutton, who is the half-brother of Hope's love interest, bounty hunter Ian. Mm-hmm. I originally had someone else in mind, but Hutton really grew on me as I wrote Hope's books, and I really wanted to remain in his very, very grumpy head. Okay, this is Amy now, and yes, I'm so excited about this because I love Derek. Anyway,
Derek is awesome. Yeah, and he's super grumpy. Sorry.
I intend for this new series to be 3 books only, and it'll be a little more focused on his romance with a dual POV. I'm having all the fun writing it, and I hope readers will love it just as much as they loved Hope's story.
I am excited. I will be reading that. And finally, where can people find out more about you, Isa Medina?
Well, my website has all the information about my books, and that's www.isa-medina, medina.com. The best way to keep in contact and follow news is through my newsletter, which also comes with several free extra stories, and you can get that. You can sign up for that on my website. I'm not much on social media these days, but Instagram is where I usually post most often when I do. And that is Isa Medina _author. Awesome. And we will have all the... No, I'm Amy again. We will have all of these links in the show notes. And I would like to thank Isa so much for answering my questions and being with us in spirit. And I hope that I was able to embody you just a little bit.
Well, thank you. Yes, thank you, Isa, so much. We absolutely love your work. We are so glad you took the time to answer our nosy little questions and let us enjoy drinking your favorite beverage.
And we are so excited about the new series. Oh my God.
We really are. So excited. Because I absolutely love the series Good Bad Magic, and I love the town and the characters, and it definitely lends itself to having many series spring out of it. So
yes, okay. I mean, there's other characters that I care about.
Yes.
And I was gonna come prepared with my other actual favorite character's name. I'm also bad at names, but I didn't. But I want to say it's Jeremy.
Oh, the wizard.
Yes, is it Jeremy?
I think it
love
is,
Jeremy.
It's like Jeremy the wizard.
And he's like a dark wizard or something.
Right. And he's like supposedly this evil wizard, and he talks about how he's evil, but, well.
I think he's a little evil.
There's a little bit of evil in him, but like there's a little evil in all of us, I think.
But he's like a fire mage, right? Like a yes, or a fire wizard or something like that.
Something like that.
Okay,
yeah.
So that's my favorite character outside of like the main characters. I also love Drew, but I would like to just put forward that Jeremy gets to also maybe have his own books.
Anywho, so now we've told Isa exactly what she should be doing with her writing life.
We like to do that because we're helpers.
We are helpers, and we love to help. I'm going to be pulling a card today from the Mythweaver Tarot, which I've used.
Such a pretty deck.
Isn't it? I've pulled from this deck before. It was one that I got from a Kickstarter. The creator is Isa Lalanya Simone. I love these cards. They're black on the back. They're black cards instead of white cards. And then on the back they've got this beautiful sort of dark pink rose. And it's kind of a little bit of a collage style deck, which I always like. So we're just going to go through here. We're going to cut this deck. And we're going to pull up 4 of Swords. This is interesting. Okay, so we have this guy here. He's in like a toga.
Woo! I love him. He looks like Jeremy. I don't know if that's I just made that up, y'all. I'm so excited about Jeremy. Sorry.
He's got like wings sprouting out of the back of his head.
Jeremy does not have those, if I
No.
recall.
And he's holding like a wand in his hand that has a crescent moon on the end. Like it's like a long, like it's actually more of a baton than it is a wand, but it's, I guess it's supposed to be a sword, but it's got a crescent moon on the end, so I don't know what that's about. And then you've got, in each corner, there's a beautiful white rose. He's standing.
There'll be a picture of this on our Insta.
Yeah. So 4 of Swords, it says here on the card, rest, recovery. That's what that's about. I'm going to read what she has to say. You know, I'm not always good at, like, how these apply. Because sometimes I'm like, why did I pull that? And then I ask Amy, I pulled this card. And she's like, well, this is what, you know, and I'm like, oh, that makes sense. Okay, so mythological figure Hypnos, the keeper of rest and renewal. Hypnos, the Greek god of sleep. That's why he's carrying a crescent moon on the wandy thing. Brings stillness to mortals and gods alike. His realm is not one of escape, it is a place of restoration. In sleep, the mind unwinds and healing quietly begins. The 4 of Swords invites deep rest. After heartbreak, challenge, or mental strain, this card asks you to pause. Recovery is sacred. Let me read that one more time for the folks in the back. Recovery is sacred. Still your thoughts, retreat from urgency, and allow space to recalibrate. Hypnos reminds you that renewal does not come from effort, but from surrender. You are not falling behind, you are regathering your strength. And shadow work here, which is, I love that she has the shadow side. Avoidance, withdrawal, or burnout. Don't confuse retreat with repression. Let rest be intentional. Okay, do you have to call me out like that?
I was going to say, one of the challenges that's really offered with the 4 of Swords is the challenge to stay quiet and inactive. Because I think a lot of people, especially people who were socialized as girls and women, find that it's very difficult to be inactive, to be idle, because that's lazy. And I'm using the airiest of air quotes there.
Yeah.
So it is a challenge. This card is challenging you to do nothing. Can you do nothing purposefully, intentionally, and know that you're doing it because it's best for you?
Right.
Because it is challenging to do nothing and to say, you know what, I'm taking some time for me. And so this card is challenging you to take care of yourself, to find those moments of rest. You know, what was our
joy,
and gratitude?
Yeah, joy and gratitude. Well, and I want to say,
this will ground you.
Yes, it will. Absolutely, you need the grounding. I will say I know we have a lot of authors that listen to this pod. We, as a people,
authors are people?
Yeah, authors are people.
Oh.
I know it's shocking. But we tend to eschew rest. We think of rest as being lazy, as you said, and that we need to be writing all the time. And that only writing, like literally physically sitting at a keyboard typing, that's the only thing that counts, right? But resting is as important a part of writing as is sitting at the keyboard, as is noodling over your plot, as is all of those things are important. Because if you do not rest, you will burn out. Ask me how I know.
Wait, ask Amy. Ask Amy about that. When's the last time Amy published a book?
Well,
was it 2 years ago?
Yeah.
Yes, it was. What happened? Oh, did Amy work too many hours and try to write too many books and also do too many things and not do rest? That's what happened. And then Amy broke her brain.
Shéa's was a physical burnout, not a brain burnout. But yeah, the body went.
Also not good.
Also not good. the body went F you, and now I've been in chronic pain for years. 0 out of 10, do not recommend. So
do not follow our example.
No.
We are cautionary tales.
We are cautionary tales. And the thing is, like, I used to feel guilty, even if I did take rest, because I did actually take some rest in between books. I would always feel guilty and like I should be working. And then sometimes I'd get back to work sooner than I probably should have. Sorry, I'm laughing because she's eating another of her boozy cherries and giggling with joy.
What's the last one?
The joy in her face. It's delightful. But yeah, so this is an important card, I think, because we have this mindset of just, if I'm not physically at my computer writing the story, I am being lazy. I am not a good author. I am bad. And here I'm going to give you permission. And Dr. Amy is going to write you a slip for a prescription. And that is rest.
Do it.
Recuperate. Renew.
And if I tell you it's okay, then there's no reason to feel guilty about it, because
absolutely
am a doctor.
Mm-hmm. Not a medical doctor. No.
You don't know.
You're a doctor of something, all right. And I'm just naturally bossy. So, yes, we both give you permission.
Not just permission.
We order you.
That's correct.
There we go. We order you. You do you, boo, but do what I say.
Exactly. In this specific instance. Because I know some of y'all out there are not taking care of yourselves. Take a beat.
Mm-hmm. Take some rest. You're going to thank
me
for it later.
I feel like I should go rest now.
I agree. Actually, I need to go eat lunch is what I need to do. But but that's also important. Fueling your body with good food is important.
Yeah. You need food, you need rest.
Renewal.
We're complicated houseplants.
We are. Yeah. Some of us with anxiety.
We need nutrients and water and sunshine and darkness.
And medication sometimes. Whatever you need.
Sometimes medication.
Complicated
houseplants.
Mm-hmm. Well, I want to thank y'all for joining us for today's episode. Big thank you to Isa for her.
Yes, thank you so much.
Lovely interview.
Oh, I mean, you're welcome.
Let us know if you've read the Good Bad Magic series and what did you think? What's your favorite tea? Let us know what your favorite tea is. Is there a tea that you love that you think we should try? One of us might be able to get our hands on it. Probably me.
I mean, it depends on where you're at.
I know. If you're in Portugal, I bet Amy can get her hands on it. But if you're
in most places in Europe, probably.
Yeah, probably. Yeah. Whereas me, it's probably going to be UST. So where can they find out where to follow us or how to find out where Isa is and all that good stuff?
Well, it's all in the show notes. We'll have all of Isa's links, any links to resources that we mentioned during the show, the tarot deck that Shéa had. Mm-hmm. You can follow us on Instagram, Cliffhangers and Cocktails. You can go to our website, cliffhangersandcocktails.com, and sign up for our newsletter. Please be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel. We're almost to 100 subscribers on YouTube alone. That does not count our subscribers on the audio channels. But I really, really need you to all go subscribe on YouTube. I don't care if you ever watch them. I do. Please watch there as well.
Yeah.
But subscribe, comment, like, share. And then please subscribe again, because it's really helpful to us to have more.
It really is. And we just really love that you come here and you spend a little time with us, and we can spend a little time with you. So leave us a comment. Let us know what you think. Let us know if there's anyone that you think we should interview.
If you want to be interviewed.
If you want to be interviewed, or if there's a topic you think we should discuss. Until next time. Bye, witches! Bye.